Joe here with S3 Archery, and I wanted to come to you today and I wanted to talk about the topic of back tension. Now, back tension is one of those topics that is widely covered on YouTube and on the internet, but despite all that content, it's still a really complicated, technical, hard to understand topic, and something that archers all over the world are still asking, yeah, but how do I do it, after watching videos on it. So I wanted to come today and kind of do a different slant on back tension, hopefully oversimplify back tension a little bit, help you achieve back tension and become a better archer, and generate a little discussion around it. So let's just kick it off, and I'm going to cover three things in this video. First thing is going to be, why do we care about back tension? Second thing is, what does back tension actually feel like? And the third thing will be, should we care about back tension? As far as, is there certain archers that do care about our back tension more than others? So let's just kick it off. So back tension, what is it? Well, back tension is activating your right rhomboid muscle to achieve perfect alignment. And what that does for the archer is it really does two core things. First, that perfect alignment is going to put all the load into your back muscles instead of into your bicep, which is going to make you much more stable at full draw. And the second thing that perfect alignment is going to do is it's going to allow a very clean release. That release is going to go behind your face, and that's going to minimize the risk of you inducing torque in the string when you're releasing, or inducing lefts and rights in those shots and inconsistencies. So that's what back tension really is, and that's why we care about it as archers, and those are the benefits of it. So the next thing I want to talk about is, what does back tension actually feel like? We see tons of videos out there that talk about, what it looks like and how, you need to think about going about getting it, but the actual feeling, until the archer knows what it feels like, it's really hard to replicate it, or to, from your home, without going to a professional trainer or having someone like us actually put you in those positions, know if you're doing it right. So the drill that I would do in order to understand what back tension actually feels like is, if you work out at all, you'll know, or you can research it, think about a back row. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take our arms, we're going to go like this, and then we're going to put our hands in front of our body, and then we're just going to pull our hands back towards our body, and we're just going to hold and squeeze those back muscles together. And like you hear every once in a while, people say, think about squeezing an egg between your shoulder blades. That's kind of what it's like. So take your hands, squeeze them backwards, squeeze those back muscles together, and hold it for a while, and then when you let go, you're gonna be like, wow, my back is pretty sore. That was back tension. But it's only half of what back tension is, because we're not going to activate our left side when we're actually shooting with back tension. So get the feeling of doing that back row and what it feels like to get those shoulder blades to squeeze together, but then to actually feel what back tension really feels like for the archer, only do the back row with your right hand. And you're gonna see right away, it feels very, very different. So the archers who get that, I want to squeeze an egg in my shoulder blades thought in their mind, when they're out there doing archery, they may think that they're not doing back tension when they actually are, but they have that feeling of squeezing those two shoulder blades together when it's supposed to only be the right rhomboid, squeezing that right shoulder blade, and that's it. So practice that drill, do the back row if you really are having a hard time understanding what back tension is, but then just practice doing the back row with only your right arm, and you're going to get that feeling down. And then when you go out to the field and you're practicing, or you're out hunting, you're going to know whether you did it or not right away. So another drill that you can do, if that's not your cup of tea really, go ahead, walk up to a mirror and aim right at the mirror, and then pull back to full draw. And if you can see your right elbow in the mirror, you're not doing the back tension correctly, and just pull that right hand side around your body until that right elbow disappears. So here's no back tension, pull it around, there's back tension. No back tension, back tension. And if you practice that in the mirror all the time, you're going to understand very quickly what back tension's all about, and what it takes to achieve it, and whether you're doing it or not in the field. So that's why we care about it. That's what it feels like. And then the last topic I wanted to talk about real quick, and it's going to be a little bit controversial, is, does every archer care about back tension? And as with anything in life, I would say it depends a little bit. So if you are an archer who is looking for maximum accuracy and precision, back tension is very, very important. And what I'm talking about here is Olympic recurve shooters. We have the 2016 Olympics coming up shortly. Tune in, watch those guys shoot, and it's amazing how precise and accurate they are, and they're shooting from almost 100 yards away from these targets, and they actually have clickers on their bow to ensure it tells them exactly when they have the perfect amount of back tension to make their arrow go straight. And they're trying to be as accurate and precise as possible. So yes, they care a lot about back tension. They practice it all the time, and they get those back muscles very, very strong so they can achieve that back tension for hundreds, if not thousands of shots a day. Step it back a little bit and talk about maybe the 3D traditional archery shooter. Do they care about back tension? Yeah, they should care about back tension quite a bit, because they're taking a lot of shots from 10 yards out to about 60 yards all the time, and they're trying to be as accurate as possible, hitting those 10, 12, 15 rings at those tournaments. So they also need to think about back tension a lot. But now step it back a little bit again, and let's say that you're just a backyard archer who maybe shoots once a month, once a week, couple, maybe 100 arrows a month. Do you need to care about back tension so much that it's going to drive you crazy? I would argue that you don't need to care about it as much. So back tension, like we said, it ensures a cleaner release. It allows you to hold that load much more stable. But if you're only shooting from 5, 10, 15 yards maximum, it can only get so bad. And if it's going to cost you the enjoyment of shooting archery just to keep trying to achieve back tension, I would say that's not worth it at all. So you could drive yourself crazy every time you pull back. Oh, I don't have back tension. I'm so mad at myself. And you let down, you try it again. Oh, I don't have back tension, and try it again. If you only have an hour a week maybe to commit to archery, what a waste. You're not having any fun at all. And that's what archery is all about, especially traditional archery. Simplifying things, just grabbing a stick and string, getting out there and shooting some stuff, just having some fun. So yeah, I would say that there's that spectrum. There's the complete competition shooter, and then there's the backyard fun archer. And based on that spectrum tells you how much you need back tension. Now that doesn't mean that you don't care about it at all. Try to pursue it, try to achieve it, and practice every once in a while if you can to try to get better at it. But it doesn't mean hang up the bow if you can't achieve it. So just keep having fun. And if you have any questions about back tension, or you want me to look at a video of you with your draw cycle and see if we can't figure out how to get that back tension working better for you, feel free to reach out to us and we'll try to help you. So as with all of our videos, feel free to post comments underneath here. Let me know if this helped you. And otherwise, until next time, shoot straight, have fun out there.